If you have ever tried to lose weight, break an addiction, start a workout routine, improve your diet, or cultivate healthy habits but struggled due to a lack of consistency, then this video is for you. Today we'll discuss some psychological experiments conducted on consistent versus inconsistent individuals. We'll explore the root cause of why you struggle to maintain consistency and how you can address it with a simple yet powerful strategy. By the end of this video, you will have a clear plan for starting anything without worrying about consistency. And no, you won't need to set 10 alarms, mark your calendar with countless reminders, or watch a bunch of motivational videos. You'll learn how to stay consistent without relying on any of these methods. So, let's begin. In a psychological experiment conducted by psychologist Walter Mischel in the 1960s to study self-control and delayed gratification in young children, the test involved placing a child in a room with a marshmallow and giving them a choice. They could either eat the marshmallow immediately, or if they could wait for a short period, usually 15 minutes, they would be rewarded with a second marshmallow. The key element of the marshmallow test was to examine how well children could resist the immediate temptation of a smaller reward in favor of receiving a larger reward later. Some children were able to wait and receive the second marshmallow, while others surrendered to the temptation and ate the first marshmallow immediately. Mischel and his colleagues followed up with the participants over the years and found that those who were able to delay gratification tended to have better life outcomes, including higher SAT scores, better educational attainment, and better overall life success. This test wasn't just about marshmallows. It was about the power of delayed gratification and self-control, the two pillars of consistency. In a few moments, I am going to share a powerful technique for staying consistent. No matter what you do, you will have 100% motivation to do it. But first, let's understand how long does it take to form a consistent habit. Philippa Lally's study sheds light on this. It turns out, on average, it takes more than 2 months before a new behavior becomes automatic. 66 days to be exact, and the range can be anywhere from 18 to 254 days. This means if you're trying to build a habit, give yourself time. It's not an overnight change, but a gradual process. Now, let's bring this concept to life with some inspiring examples. Think about Michael Phelps, the legendary swimmer. His secret, a relentless training routine. He swam nearly every single day, 365 days a year, focusing on perfecting his technique and building endurance. This consistent effort made him one of the greatest athletes of all time. Or consider J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. She didn't write the entire series in a day, a week, or even a year. It was her daily writing habit, consistently putting pen to paper, that brought the magical world of Hogwarts to life. Her consistency turned a dream into a global phenomenon. But it's not just celebrities. Think about someone you know who lost weight and kept it off, or learned a new skill like playing the guitar. What's their secret? You guessed it, consistency. They stuck to their goals, day in and day out, turning small efforts into big transformations. Consistency is a key driver of success, but it's not always easy, right? Tony Robbins said, "It's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, but what we do consistently." Now let's be real. Consistency sounds great, but it's not always a walk in the park. We all face hurdles that make sticking to our goals challenging. One of the biggest obstacles? Motivation. It's easy to start with a burst of energy, but how do you keep that fire burning day after day? Time management is another hurdle. With our busy lives, finding time every day for our goals can be tough. And let's not forget about burnout. Pushing too hard without breaks can lead to exhaustion, making it harder to stay on track. Do you know why this happens? Because we set our goals the wrong way. Most of us just decide to do what they want to do. Like, I want to earn money, or lose weight, or overcome addictions. Almost everyone sets their goals like this, and that's why they never achieve it. So what's the right way of setting goals? Well, before you set any goals or decide anything to do in your life, ask yourself, why do you want to do this thing? What's the purpose behind it? What would happen if you don't do it and do something else? Like, for example, why do you want to make money? What's the purpose? What would happen if you don't make money? How would your life change just because of money? Once you ask yourself these questions and write it down and have a clear why in front of you, the how becomes easy. Now, every time when you procrastinate, you can simply look at your why, and that's it. You don't need any motivation to get going, but your why must be really strong. You must have a burning desire to that thing. The more stronger and bigger your why will be, the more easier it will be to follow through your goals, and you would never need any motivation for it. Let's say, for example, your father is extremely sick and requires a blood of bottle to survive. Your father has a special blood group, which is very rare. Doctors have given you only 3 days to arrange that bottle of blood with same blood group. And for some reasons, you are not in a condition to give your blood. Now, my friend, would you need any kind of motivation for finding that bottle of blood for your loving father? Would you lack any consistency? Would you need any kind of focus? No, because your why is absolutely clear that you want to save that person on bed at any cost. You would do more than anything in your control to arrange that blood of bottle. Now, my friend, I know this example is a little extreme, but it gives the clear idea of having a strong why in your life. As Simon Sinek said, when we know why we do what we do, everything falls into place. When we don't, we have to push things into place. Now you have figured out your why, your deepest desire to do that thing. Now it's time to polish it with setting SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This framework helps you define clear, attainable goals and track your progress. Next, establish routines. Routines are the backbone of consistency. They transform should do into must do. Whether it's a morning jog, a nightly reading session, or a weekly review of your goals, make it a non-negotiable part of your day. And speaking of tracking progress, it's crucial. It's not just about ticking off days on a calendar. It's about reflecting on your journey, celebrating small wins, and adjusting your approach if needed. As Steve Jobs said, "The only way to do great work is to love what you do." If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. Remember, the journey to consistency is personal and unique. What works for one person might not work for another. The key is to find what works for you and stick with it. Experiment, adjust, and keep moving forward. Think about it as a tree. It doesn't grow overnight. It requires regular care, watering, sunlight, and time. Your goals are like that tree. Nurture them consistently, and you'll be amazed at how they grow and flourish. And if you stumble, that's okay. Everyone does. The key is not to let a stumble stop you. Get back up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Consistency is about persistence, not perfection. Now, let's end with a challenge for you. Pick one small thing you've wanted to do or improve. Maybe it's reading more, exercising, learning a new skill, or even just drinking more water. Commit to doing it consistently for the next month. Mark it on your calendar, track your progress, and watch how this small act of consistency brings a positive change in your life. I want to hear about your journey. Share your experiences in the comments below. But there is one more issue I want to highlight here. When you will be on the path of consistency, you might feel bored. And this boredom will eat you from inside because you will be seeing your friends enjoying their life. But your friends don't know about the benefits of being bored and how you can surpass everyone by being bored. You can discover all of that benefits by watching the video on screen. It has everything that you need to surpass others, so must check it out.